efficient frontier. Now, that's the easy part of the project. Glad I showed it to everybody. For the tough part of the project, we have 3 more weights in here. So, the weight of small stocks, the weight of real estate, and the weight of international. Now, obviously, as I mentioned yesterday, we can't just say what is 100% and then say 0, 0, 0, 0, because as soon as we get here, we can't do this again. We can't say 0.99 and then 0.01. Obviously, I'm just making those up. So we have to figure out a way for Solver to tell us the correct answers here. Just leave all the weights blank. And what I would do is I would just highlight a line, use this as your working line. So in total weight, you can call this the sum of the other 5 weights. The expected return equals, here, the weight times the return plus weight of bonds times the return on bonds plus, you guys get the idea. Leave this blank also. Now, for the fun part, and this is where I'm going to come back in and I'm going to name these. Remember, naming them yesterday helps because you can just write out the thing faster. So we're going to call this WL for weight of large, enter, WB for weight of bonds, WS for weight of small, WS, I would go back up here, I would do the same thing. So instead of calling this C3, and you're going to have to hit enter every time, and if you don't hit enter, it's not going to change it, but we'll call this standard deviation of large, or SL, SS, not just in German, SB, you can even do it for these down here, right? Gets a little bit more complicated with the naming, but I would just go with CSL for correlation of large and small, LS. I know this is extremely exciting material. CLB. CSB.
You should make a YouTube of this itself.
CSR. Somebody's already doing it. Somebody's way on top of it. It paid. CSI. I get royalties from this. CB.
That's fine. I give you $20
$20,
if you did this for me.
$20, that's my
I mean, it's a class, I guess we can put it off and make copies.
Okay, now we're done, right?
My memory's over.
many terms are we gonna have here? A lot. Alright, what I would do is I would start with the variance terms. It's always easy to start with the variance terms. You know how many of them you have. So I would start with WL, right? WL squared times SL squared. So that's my first variance term. And again, I don't have to take my hands off the computer, except when they start cranking up. What am I on? WB, not just a terrible network, times SB plus WS somebody catch me if I'm making mistakes. And this is what you have to look forward to your whole lives. What do I need here? There we go. Okay, all the variance terms. It shortens it up a little bit. The convenience here is that you can pass this off to somebody else and they can look at it and say, all right. And again, you're not actually probably going to be doing efficient frontiers in your job. I'm only showing this to you so that when you pass it off to somebody else, you can actually name a cell like expected return or IRR or whatever it is that you're working with in your actual job. And then when somebody looks at your formulas, they say, oh, this is IRR divided by whatever. Now we need the covariance terms. How many covariance terms are there? How many unique covariance terms are there if we have a 5-asset portfolio? What's the formula?
10, isn't it?
It is 10.
I figured it out. You just multiply it and then subtract whatever the row is and then divide by 2.
Exactly. N squared minus n. So if there's n assets, 5 squared is 25, minus 5 gives you 10, divide by 2, or gives you 20, divide by 2. All right. This is the fun part of 2. We have to put the 2 in there. 2 times, and again, I'm just going to start flipping because it might actually be faster, times this, times SL, times SB, times CSB. Wait, somebody messed me up. CLB. There we go. Plus 2 times, and I'm really lucky that I'm doing this, and also probably unlucky. 2 times, now the next one is large, times small, times, oh no. It's all right, it's fine. All right, WL times, what am I doing? WS times SL times SS times CLS. Only 8 more to go, right? You guys have to do I don't want to keep doing this. Does everybody get the idea?
Yeah.